Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we got we're gonna talk about PlayStation 5 marketing. We're gonna talk about Digital Foundry. I don't necessarily have an axe to grind with Digital Foundry. I don't necessarily even care. I don't. Pandy, go. No. Take you and your leash out there. Go tell mommy if you want to come in here. You take your leash off. No. Okay, yeah. So I don't necessarily have an axe to grind with Digital Foundry. I don't really even. I mean, clearly I do care because I have an Xbox channel. So it does kind of get irritating. Um, Mostly with the stuff. I thought no place in the U.S. could be weirder than Canada other than California, and I was wrong. Yeah, sorry, man. Like, welcome to America, man. I just got done arguing with somebody on Twitter about this guy really thought that his PlayStation 5 was doing 120 frames a second on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart at 4K with ray tracing. And then was trying to tell me, I mean, he comes to this channel and like he was trying to tell me, that name one game on the Xbox. I'm like, dude, like seriously, guys. Digital Foundry has really got these fellers all messed up, man. Like, yeah, dude, that Ratchet and Clank run okay because Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart has, if you put it in 120 hertz mode, it will run your game at 40 frames a second. 40 frames a second. And you'll still be able to keep the ray tracing with the 4K or whatever. I have looked at like that version, like switching the 120 hertz on. You do lose a little bit of stuff, man. Like the popping gets a little bit more aggressive and everything. Name one game. Name one game what? Demo literally gives you achievements and lets you patch retro games and to improve performance. Saying this earlier, but the chat was too loud. Laughing my ass off. Oh, I see. Those are not PS5 numbers, though. What are you talking about? PS5 numbers. TK9 exposing King Thrash Gaming. I didn't watch that. Sorry, man. Huh. All right. This guy comes from the future. He already has the PS6. I know, dude. Man. Read the comment above. Those are not PS5 numbers, though. No, I did read that. The comment above. He thought, what? I don't see why you bother paying attention to Digital Foundry at this point, man. I don't even really watch their stuff anymore, man. I really don't. Above that, I thought no place could be in the U.S. could be weirder than Canada, other than California, and I was wrong. Feels good to be back on stream because shit is weird in Maryland here. Oh, I see. Sorry, below that. Above that, below that. Okay. Did you see TK9 exposing? I did not. No, the Ratchet and Clank comment. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart 4K 120 FPS. Maybe if it has a PC port or it's emulated. Dude, can a PC even run a game at 120 frames a second 4K with ray tracing? I mean, can the 3090 even manage that on something like Ratchet and Clank, do you think? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think that would be a bit much even for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. King Thrash is literally a Halo hating channel. Never seen anything like it. Well, I don't know, man. My channel was starting to get into the whole Ratchet and Clank hate, and it's not that I even hate. It's not that I even hate Ratchet and Clank. I don't have an axe to grind against Ratchet and Clank, man. I personally think it is a tech demo disguised as a kids game or a kids game disguised. No, yeah, something like that. Yeah, PC can do that, especially for a cartoonish platformer with checkerboarding. Yeah, I forgot checkerboarding. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Yeah, I saw that just before I was going to get on. 4K 120 hertz with ray tracing is too much to handle. Yeah, dude, I don't think the same person tried to tell me that Dirt 5 had ray tracing all through it. So I literally like took video of it like in photo mode when you move the camera out and it disappears. And I was like, look, dude, man, like your PlayStation's been lying to you, man. It's not that strong. I don't hate Ratchet and Clank. I really don't hate Ratchet and Clank. I think it's like there's a I don't know. To me, it's not really impressive. Ratchet and Clank. To me, that's the thing. Like, I just don't think it's really impressive because of the graphics they use for it, the size, the scale of the worlds. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's like it doesn't even like the ray tracing in certain spots is like as plain as can be. It's like, man, I just don't think it's that impressive. And then when you got somebody like, well, why can't Forza Horizon 5 do ray tracing all through the world, man? I'm like, really, dude, you're trying to base what it's just the unrealistic expectations that are out here in the freaking gaming community because of channels like Digital Foundry. Not one of us gave a shit about reflections last generation, the generation before that, this generation, or the generation after this. I don't care about stupid reflections. When I put Cyberpunk 2077 on my laptop and I'm getting like, up to 60 frames a second, and then I hit the ray tracing button and it drops to like 9, I'm like, wow. And then when I kick on DLSS to super performance and I get like 13, I'm like, wow, dude, that really sucks, man. Like, I don't need reflections that bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really that big of a deal. I'd rather be able to play the game instead of having to stand there and just look at reflections all day, dude. Because that to me is not that's not gaming, man. That's not gaming at all. Yeah, but all your content isn't Ratchet and Clank hate. This man makes video after video hating on Halo, and they're all 30 minutes long. Hey, I did like 5 30-minute long ones. I ended up having to make a freaking Gears of War 5 versus God of War director's cut, actually, after the third time. Maybe not natively, but checkerboarding, hell yeah. All day it's just 1440p. It's not even 4K, so yeah. I think Ratchet and Clank is okay, but it's not. All you fanboys, yeah, dude. Wait until freaking like something like Horizon Forbidden West launches and it doesn't have ray tracing. They're gonna be like, what? How come my powerful PlayStation doesn't have ray tracing on this? How come it doesn't work? And they'll be like, well, sir, we had to make a big no. That's no. You told me. It's dude. Like I can't wait to see the freaking. I can't wait to see the look on their face when they're like, they're freaking capping for checkerboard freaking ray tracing, bro. Like, yeah, it looks cool or whatever. That's why I call Ratchet and Clank a freaking tech demo, because the only way to play that game is in the 60 FPS mode. Believe it or not, go figure. Like, it makes sense to me, man. Spider-Man 2 is gonna look absolutely insane. I think they'll have their tech, fixed for that, especially if they use the same map, Patrick. If they use the same map, the same size, they probably and they're not held back by the PlayStation 4 platform. I think they could definitely do better. Like I have complete faith in in Insomniac to be able to do that. Like I do. Like I'm really not hating on Ratchet and Clank, but to use that as like the standard bearer for like I don't know, man. That game looks amazing when you're playing through it because of all the cutscenes, but after that's all gone, it's really not everything it's cut out to be, man. And I don't know, man. Going back through some of those worlds and stuff, without all the cutscenes, it's like, oh boy, man. Like, imagine if this game didn't have cutscenes and it was just a game. Would people still be capping for it? Like, honestly, would they still be capping for this game? Would they even play it? Would they even care about it? I mean, the cutscenes and all of that stuff are what make that freaking game. And I don't feel like anybody would be capping for that game or even give a shit about it if it didn't have the cutscenes and the ray tracing, man. That's to me, that's not a game. Oh boy, you guys enjoy games or on whatever platform they're on? Can't you guys? Yeah, we do. I enjoy them. It's the fanboys that always argue with me about stupid stuff. Arguing is childish. Enjoy the games. Having your PS5 and Xbox. Oh man, cartoonish platform, action adventure game to a hyper realistic arcade racing game. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I don't know, dude. It's kind of dumb. Ray tracing is still in early stages. Honestly, guys, I wish they wouldn't even have freaking brought ray tracing to these consoles, dude. Just to be completely honest with you, I don't even care. Yeah, there is Shaq. Forza Horizon 5 does ray tracing sound and it does ray tracing in Forza Vista. So there you go, man. There's your thing done. Like, yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna get on here and spread your ignorance, dude, just stop coming, bro. Seriously. So dumb, dude. I'm so sick of having these arguments with you guys, dude. You little PlayStation warrior fanboys, man. I've spent thousands of dollars on PlayStation, man. I've bought every single PlayStation that's ever been made, and I've bought every single first party game. And yeah, dude, I'm done with the lies from PlayStation, man. I'm done with being fed. Oh yeah, man, this is gonna do 4K and 8K and blah blah blah. And that thing's a freaking, like, seriously, dude. The PlayStation 5 is really not all it's cut out to be. I mean, the Xbox Series X is definitely a better machine and definitely a little bit better. So yeah, boo hoo. Yeah, dude, I'm done with the fanboys, man. Like, I don't fucking care anymore. Like this, it's getting really old, man. To be completely honest with you guys, they're just upset right now because they don't have any games to play. They don't have any games to play, so they come to channels like mine and they stir things up. And like I'm starting to catch on, man. Like I'm new to this. I've been doing this for 10 months now. Exactly 10 months and 2 days I've been doing this. And yeah, dude, I'm not gonna deal with the fanboy stuff. Like, I don't even care, bro. I've been trying to move this channel away from that. But you guys consistently come to my channel every single time I go live and you start spouting this fanboy stuff. And to tell you the truth, man, I'm so sick of PlayStation, the lies, and all the other crap. It's getting old, man. Like, if you're a PlayStation fanboy and all you want to do is come in here and talk about what Xbox hasn't done anything for Xbox hasn't done anything, don't come here no more. We don't need you guys here. Like, we don't. This is not the channel for you. I asked for it with the clickbait. Well, maybe I'm here to like put out my opinion, man. I've been spending money. I've spent my money. I put my money where my mouth is with PlayStation, dude. I bought every single one of their games. I don't wait for them to go on sale, man. I buy them day one. You PlayStation fanboys don't even play these fucking games. You guys don't play. You guys don't even play them. You wait till Digital Foundry comes out and tells you, "Oh yeah, man, Ratchet and Clank is freaking beautiful." And then you guys are like, "Yeah, see, dude, Ratchet and Clank's the best game ever, man. It looks great." I paid $90 for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I paid $90 for it. I played the whole game. I went around. I've looked at things. I've checked out all the modes. I played it through the 60 FPS mode. That was the mode I played it on. It wasn't as impressive as any of the other stuff. It definitely wasn't as impressive as Forza Horizon 5 in the 60 FPS mode. Now, maybe the 30 FPS mode with the ray tracing and all of that stuff, but I went back in there and I made videos on it showing you guys that, oh, look, your precious ray tracing disappears like screen space reflections. And then you guys still get on here and you cap and you tell me that I'm wrong, and you throw stupid freaking tech demos in my face. Like, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a tech demo, an overpriced tech demo. Seriously, it's not even worth $70. Oh wait, they're probably not even selling it for $70 now. It's probably down to $50, like a more fair price for that game. And small numbers. Trophy says how many people are finished games. I know, maybe we should get on there and look at the Ratchet and Clank one, man. Digital Foundry, sick and tired of them. Every single PS5. Yeah, exactly. Who are? I thought you wanted opinions from both sides. Now you want an echo chamber? No, dude, I don't want this to be an echo chamber. I just don't want this to be like, I'm not going to listen to the fanboy shit, dude. I'm not going to listen to you guys get in here and tell me that all the freaking games on Xbox are trash and then throw a freaking tech demo in my face and be like, look, tech demo, Digital Foundry said tech demo better. No, dude, like that's not going to happen anymore. Like, I don't care. If you guys want to get in here and like talk and like have a real conversation and be like objective, you know, on both sides, because I think I've proven since I've had this channel that I can be objective. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty honest about what I experience. I don't lie to people or try to tell them, oh yeah, man, you should get the Xbox because the Xbox is the best system because it's got the best games and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't tell people that. No, I tell them that if you want a solid experience that's been pretty freaking consistent the whole way through, then yeah, dude, Xbox is pretty good. If you want a PlayStation where your PlayStation games are going to look really good and then everything else is not going to really hit that level and it's going to be kind of inconsistent, like, yeah, that's for you, man. Get a PlayStation. Hi, Frog, man, I really respect what Phil Spencer does. I do too. I like what Phil Spencer is doing, man. PlayStation lost me with the whole freaking, oh yeah, we're the premium console. No, dude, you're not the premium console. Your developers make pretty damn good games. You sold me another low-powered freaking console to where your developers have got to use PlayStation magic just to get the games to run good. There's a difference between having an opinion and starting shit, man. Those are not the same things. Yeah, if people want to come here and have an opinion and have like a real discussion, dude, I'm all for it. But the whole like the fanboy shit, getting in here and telling everybody that Xbox games are trash and getting the community all riled up. No, man, that's not cool. I mean, I'm definitely, if you like take for instance, you know, Patrick right here, Patrick. He's a freaking he loves PlayStation. He gets in here and we talk and we have a good time, bro. He never's like, oh man, all Xbox games are trash and shit. He's not trying to start some stupid fanboy shit in here. He comes here and we talk, we interact, and we have a good time, man. Like, Patrick's a freaking solid dude, man. I like having Patrick here. He's a PlayStation guy. He likes PlayStation. Like, when we talk about, you know, PlayStation game experiences that we've had, like, we usually have a pretty good conversation. But when you guys, when you damn fanboys get in here and you're like, oh, yeah, Xbox games are trash and Xbox games are trash. No, dude, we're getting rid of that shit in this community. If you guys want to come and bring that shit, boop, delete, boop. You're not even gonna get past your second freaking sentence, man, because we're not doing that anymore. I want to be here for the gamers that enjoy games, because that's what I want to do. And every time you guys bring that stupid fanboy stuff, it makes me look at my PlayStation and be like, damn, dude, I've wasted a lot of money on that thing, man. I've wasted a lot of money on these experiences and they haven't like really panned out to be anything, you know? And like, you got Digital Foundry being like, oh yeah, Returnal is great. Okay, let's look at this. The little thing, like when you transport, like the special effect for all the the particle effects and all of that stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. But the whole game is surrounded by ugly textures, fuzzy vegetation, and no HDR support whatsoever. It doesn't look that freaking great. I think we both like games from both sides, man. It's just I don't sit and cap for PlayStation, dude. I'm sick and tired of PS fanboys and the channels that cater to them. Just came from Doc's channel and he was going to play Mass Effect but decided to play Horizon because of the PS fanboys crying. Now, there shouldn't be nothing wrong with that, Master Chief. I mean, like, Horizon's a good game, dude. I really do like Horizon. And man, having a channel, bro, like, this is an Xbox channel. Do I like PlayStation? Yeah, I still like PlayStation first party developers. And I mean, that's the goal is to get everybody to just be gamers, Master Chief. I don't think Doc is doing that. I have a lot of respect for Doc, man. He's a pretty good dude. So he's pretty real, man. But if he hasn't played Horizon, man, like that's definitely one of my favorite PlayStation games of last generation. So I really do think he should play that. Yeah, the PlayStation doesn't have Dolby Vision or a web browser. You still can't order. If you're a gamer and a supporter of Doc, you would just enjoy his content. I mean, that's kind of a true statement. Clay's not. What's this? Clay, it's not selling them for whatever. It's trying to pay people in the digital economy with essentially worthless currency. Yeah, dude. I'm not doing anything with the NFTs, guys. I probably won't even really talk about them much on this channel. So, Xbox game are not trash. It's gamers, fanboyism, and toxicity is what is trash. Exactly, dude. I'd rather the resources. Yeah, dude. Ray tracing is such a waste of resources, man. Like I'm perfectly okay if we go this whole generation without ray tracing, unless it's necessary, to unless it's like a necessary thing. I could care less. Screen space reflections look better, and they can find a way to make those look pretty good and keep them in place, so they're not like super distracting, and make them look way better than freaking ray trace, dude. Ray tracing is just kind of like, like, go outside and look in a freaking puddle and tell me like what the reflections look like to you. Do you really need that in your game? Like, seriously, guys? Oh, you don't give attention to boring, repetitive stuff. Easy. Still on Dolby Vision, web browser, and this is coming from a gamer who has all three major consoles. Xbox is awesome. I think Xbox is doing a pretty dang good job this generation, guys. Horizon didn't win that poll. That is the problem. Oh, yeah. I didn't know Doc was live streaming. All right, I'm out. Everybody gonna set Duck Station on my Xbox Series X. Nice, man. Have fun, Patrick. We'll see you back when you come back later. So it would be bigger if Microsoft buy all Warner Brother or Ubisoft. Oh yeah, dude, I would love that. Okay, so all right, let's talk about Digital Foundry for a minute. Before I forget what I was going to talk about. Okay, as far as I know, Digital Foundry is they kind of like broke away from or they're like part of a magazine or something or whatever, like a gaming thing out there in the UK. PlayStation is pretty popular in the UK, is it not? What exactly is it makes what exactly is it that makes them experts? Can somebody please answer that for me, like in the comments? Like, please answer that. What gives Digital Foundry or the guys that work at Digital Foundry, what gives them the title of expert? I need to know this so I can go get my expert card so that I can be an expert. Yeah, of Eurogamer, which is a gaming magazine, right? It's a gaming magazine. So I want to know what gives them their little expert card. The one that they're like, oh yeah, is it the YouTube channel? Because I got a YouTube channel. I mean, it's not as big as theirs. Does that make me an expert? I mean, does it? I don't know. I guess just tools to check FPS and resolution count, which anyone can get. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, like, I want to know, like, what is it? Yeah, rest in peace, Bob Saget. Everybody take a minute. Moment of silence for Bob Saget. British accents. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. British accents and tools to check FPS and resolution count. Okay. So does liking ray tracing, does that make you an expert on it? Talking to developers, maybe. I want to know. In my opinion, God of War is the only good thing PlayStation 5 has going for them. Xbox Series S has Halo, Game Pass, quick resume, smart delivery. Yeah, big words. Oh, big words. Okay, I'll get my thesaurus and start learning some bigger words too, man. Oh gosh. Are they game developers? Do they experience? Yeah, exactly. Are they game developers, or are they just like me, a video game enthusiast that's a little bit more enthusiast, like by like, oh yeah, look at that ray tracing and reflective shadows and screen space reflections and all that other shit. Because I want to know, because I want to put together Xbox's first Digital Foundry. No, I'm just joking, dude. We're gonna be Xbox's Digital Foundry, bro. We're gonna be like, yeah, man. Sometimes it drops down to like 1584p, but let me show you how we get to that. You know what I mean? Or were they too busy using photo mode to see if Ratchet? Oh, dang. X Foundry. Yeah, dude. We'll be the X Foundry analysis channel, bro. So, yeah, dude. Provoking someone over his beliefs is putting gasoline over a fire. Don't add to the problem. That isn't mature. Let them be and give them the opportunity. Just ignore tranquility. I don't understand what we're talking about, but okay. Jeremy, I don't understand where that's coming from, dude. Just kind of a little out of it. Some countries even don't know what an Xbox. Okay, so all right, so we've established that basically, like, nobody really knows why they're experts. Just they have big words, and they digital foundry are solid. They do the work. They're also probably the most misquoted channel on the net to prove one fanboy or another's point. Yeah. I don't know if they're I don't know. I don't know if they're necessarily misquoted Titus Crow. I think they might be more along the lines of like instigating stuff and in some of the way they do things. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I just had to quit watching them. Seriously, man. I just don't even care. But you're probably right. You do have a point. You do have a point, man. I mean, that is a solid point. I mean, they do the work, and they do give us that information. But I mean, ask yourself, guys. I want you to ask yourself this really quick, and I want like you to be honest. Have you ever seen a game that Digital Foundry has said that drops lower resolution and then bounces back, or that drops resolution? Have you ever seen that happen while you're playing that game? Have you ever seen that happen while you are playing that game? We made them experts. You and I watched their videos and for console wars. Just because Xbox has a few hiccups doesn't mean they're biased now. Gets paid to be biased on some games. Well, I don't know, man, and this is what leads me to think this. All of them came out when Forza Horizon 5 launched and said this is the best looking game we've seen all year. Did they not say that? I mean, there was video of it. I mean, I've seen it a few times. And then all of a sudden they're like, that provoking title, it's infuriating towards those who feel targeted. The key to stop them is to make as if they don't exist. Why would we make sure that? Why would we make them to not exist, man? I have noticed a strange thing. They used to only ever talk figures, never opinions. I think the style they present stuff now is a little less formal, more opinion. That's what I'm kind of getting at, bro. It's like when PlayStation 4 Pro launched and then Xbox One X came out, like there was no question that they were like, okay, yeah, dude, Xbox One X definitely running more 4K, definitely running more 4K, because they knew deep down inside that like there's no way they could sugarcoat PlayStation 4 Pros. There was no way to sugarcoat the lack of freaking power in that thing, dude. It was just weak, and the Xbox Series X memory specs, everything was just way better than the PlayStation 4 Pro. So there was no way. But now that the PlayStation 5 can actually deliver a 4K image with like faster frame rates and stuff like that, I see no reason for them to contain themselves to be like, oh yeah, man, PlayStation 5 is great, man. These games are running the same. I mean, I've bought a lot of these games on both consoles, and dude, I'm not seeing those differences, man. I'm not seeing those differences. And oh, man, I could see those differences last generation with PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X. That's why I started buying all my games on Xbox One X, because they were clearly better. Like visually, I could see they were better. I mean, I could see that with my own eyes. This generation, dude, I am not seeing what they are saying. Like it's not there to a point where where they're like, oh yeah, man, like this game's running better or it looks better on the PlayStation. Like I bought 2 copies of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, that the PlayStation version doesn't even look as good as the Xbox version. It just doesn't. It looks all sharp and crisp and everything on PlayStation 5, but it just looks natural and realistic on the Xbox. And I'm like, what the freaking what is going on, man? Like it didn't make any sense to me. Like what they're trying to do this generation. Oh, where do you go after you beat Bloodstar Beast and Bloodborne? Where do you go after you beat the Bloodstar Beast and Bloodborne? Oh, you're either going to like this like back like the you're either going to like the swamps or whatever. Did you already fight the three ghost looking things? Well, not ghost things, but like 3 reapers. Have you already fought those guys yet, Cercio? Oh, I really don't know the point to an FPS counter when I can't see it with my own eyes. Exactly, dude. I mean, if you can't tell when the frame is dropping, like when the frame rate's dropping, like it'll get slow and sluggish and then it'll get back up and like you'll notice that. Whenever your game gets sluggish, like really sluggish really fast, that's when you're dropping frames, man. Or if it starts tearing on the screen and stuff like that. It only happens if it drops like from 4K to 1200p. When it only goes from 4K to 1800p, you will never notice. Yeah, dude, I've never ever one time, not even while playing Metro Exodus on the Xbox Series S, I did not ever notice that resolution drop to 546p or whatever they said it was. Can't go. You're gone. I think it's called. I think after that, after you beat the Bloodstar Beast, then it's the next boss after that. It was like it's either what's her name? The big the hell is her name, man? It's either the big the up at the chapel. Well, yeah, because you go up to the chapel, you fight her, and then you go out. Where's the Bloodstar Beast after that? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. It's been so long since I played that. Xbox doesn't have near the giant amount of blunders the PlayStation has had this gen. Did not even try. My God. Digital Foundry allowed their credibility to be influenced by rabid fanboys, or so it seems. That way, I hardly ever watch them now. Yeah, dude, I don't watch them anymore because all the stuff that they say, man, it just doesn't make it doesn't make a lick of sense. Like when we're playing our games, dude, we're not noticing this stuff, man. I mean, I do stop and dawdle and look around and stuff, a lot in games, but I've never seen my resolution drop, dude. I've never seen it only on one game on the PlayStation 5, and that was when it first launched, WRC10. That there, the dynamic resolution, like I could see that drop to like 1080p. Like I was coming up to a turn and I could see it literally drop. It doesn't do that anymore after it's been patched. It doesn't do that. It's been fixed. There used to be really bad screen tearing in the 60 frames a second mode. That's pretty much fixed now. You're still getting it a little bit in 120 hertz mode, but for the most part, like it's fixed, man. These developers go back and they fix these games, and then Digital Foundry will never even come out and like correct any of that either. Stop listening to Digital Foundry. You want an honest opinion? Either PS5 or Series X were not ready, and the features weren't. Yeah, I don't think they were ready either. Till late this year when the cross gen stops. I stopped listening to Digital Foundry. They were just too boring to watch. They put me to sleep. I haven't beaten Cleric Beast. The first boss on Bloodstar. The first boss and Bloodstar Beast in Bloodborne PS4. You haven't beat the Cleric Beast? Chuck aboard. What's up, Onyx? How's it going, man? Checkerboard 4K, Fuzz K. I call it Fuzz K, man, because it just kind of looks fuzzy. Like, I don't really like checkerboard. I don't like the way checkerboard looks on hair and vegetation. On games that don't have a lot of vegetation or hair, like checkerboard's not a big deal as long as it's got a lot of straight lines and stuff. But when you start getting into, whoo boy, man. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. 120 FPS is not relevant to most gamers at this point. Unfortunately, hardly anyone has a TV. Yeah, I mean, if people don't have like the 120 hertz TV guys, like Vicar Amelia, that's exactly what I was thinking about. I think the next one after Bloodstar Beast is either her or the three what's the yarn the Yarnum freaking Spectre things or whatever. Like they look like the Grim Reaper, and there's three of them. That was one freaking, whew, boy, that was a pretty hard fight, dude. That one was tough. Yeah, they don't say anything about 120 FPS because that don't matter to them, man. And Xbox Series S is not the console for Digital Foundry because it doesn't do checkerboard rendering. You know what I mean? It tries to stay at like native resolution, which I like much more than checkerboard rendering, dude. I do not like it. Has he fought Gascoigne yet? That guy was so irritating, man. Oh, I don't know where to go though. Digital Foundry lost credibility with me during the resolution gate. Yeah, dude, I'm so sick of freaking the resolution talk. Like it is gonna matter. Yeah, Yarnum's Shadow. It is gonna matter this generation, but it's not going to matter as much as it would have last generation, because last generation the fidelity on video games were low enough to where resolution really did affect how they looked. This generation, if they crank out more fidelity, like we're gonna be to a point where we might not necessarily need as much resolution, just enough to give us, a clean look. I mean, like with all the upscaling and everything. What's up, Michael? How's it going, man? With all the upscaling and stuff that we have now that can, like the temporal, I don't know if it's going to matter as much, man. As long as it's not checkerboard. Like checkerboard is so bad. I don't like it. I don't like how the pixels break up. Oh, so it's official that from now on, all Xbox games will be Series X and S only. Yes, that's true. And PlayStation will have cross-gen games. Yeah, all next year. Consoles are so similar, and most people play third-party. Console wars shouldn't exist. That's mainly the thing. I mean, at least we know on PlayStation for a fact, that all of their guys would rather play third-party games and not PlayStation first-party games. Oh, it's not the resolution that matter, but the quality of the pixel. Huh. It matters when it's an Xbox game. You know what I mean? But when it's something else, they don't even freaking. Oh, what was that? I like the side-by-side videos. Keep it up. Okay, I'll definitely keep doing those for you. I know my favorite area in Bloodborne was the Canehurst Castle, hands down. Yeah, Canehurst Castle was pretty nice. That game just reminded me of like a Castlevania so much. Like I really love that game. I would really love to see that get freaking the 4K treatment, or at least higher resolution and better textures and better, you know what I mean? Digital Foundry would be like, but can XSS checkerboard, bro? I know. Oh, they want if the Series S started doing checkerboard, and they'd be much happier with it. They would be like, oh yeah, this is definitely the system for us, man. It does checkerboard rendering, man. So it's okay in our book, man. And 40 frames a second, if you just click it into 120, that is super impressive. That is so impressive, guys, that Forza Horizon 5 in the biggest map they've ever made at 60 frames a second and still staying at 4K with all this fidelity. I don't know, man. 40 frames a second is much more impressive. It's like, wow, how could they do it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my gosh, man. Really? I'm like, you guys sit there and like down talk Xbox all the time, and then like PlayStation can do checkerboard rendering at 40 frames a second. So all of a sudden it's like, dude, this is the best thing ever. this is gonna make everybody even happier because they're like, oh gosh, I really thought that people were gonna freak out over the 30 frames a second this generation because Sony's like, oh yeah, man, we're just gonna keep doing 30 FPS. I'm like, dude, it's 2021, man. We have 3090 freaking cards out there, bro. And you guys are sticking with 30 frames a second. And you guys are gonna call the Xbox Series S holding a generation back? No, man. If they're building 30 frames per second games, they're holding the generation back because they're not trying to like push the scope, man. Dude, I would love for Bob Saget to talk to those DF guys. Imagine that interview. I know, huh? The DA is what matters the most over the clarity. Look at Bloodborne, technically jarring, but DA, yeah, exactly. What is DA? Direction, art. Oh, art direction? Yeah. Art direction is how we would say that, bro. Someone said 40 FPS is fine if you have VRR on. It was on Digital Foundry about 6 months ago. I'm no expert on VRR or G-Sync. 40 frames a second, Titus Crow does not work with VRR, bro. It has to be like it just doesn't work. Like 40 frames a second, even playing on Xbox Series S, if a game drops that low, the VRR does not work with that big of a drop. VRR is going to be more for 45 to 60 frames a second, and then up to 120 FPS. Xbox One S Pro is holding next gen back, sub 1080p. Don't buy it. Save the $200 for Series X. I don't feel that way. I feel like it is 1080p. Yeah, see, that's just another one of those freaking pony comments, bro. Yeah, we're done with that. The Quest 2 probably has more games at 120 FPS than the PlayStation 5. I know, dude. I know. Well, you know what, man? Like, they'll Master Chief F. What's the FFF for? Press F for Bob. Oh, F. Sorry, man. Got to get over here to F. Press F, fellers. Oh, you try to bait one more time, man. I don't see why everybody's so negative about the Xbox Series S, bro. It definitely delivers an experience that I find okay. See, you know what the thing is, man, is most people that buy an Xbox Series S, they're probably not going to be that upset about it. They're going to be more upset about a PlayStation 5, bro, that doesn't do 60 FPS at 4K, man, than they are about a freaking machine that's designed to do 1080p to 1440p doing 1080p, man. Notice Xbox channels talk about the benefits and features of Xbox. Good things about the PlayStation channels don't talk anything about PS console, just about sales and what the next. Yeah, exactly, dude. What else are they supposed to talk about, man? I mean, seriously, like I designed this channel to be like I wanted this channel to be like as neutral as possible, and I am a pretty neutral guy, man. This is an Xbox channel clearly because that's like the main like that's the main console that I game on, so it's easier for me to just be like an Xbox channel. But yeah, dude, like what does PlayStation really have to offer, man? Like they try to position themselves, Papito, is that how you say that? They tried to position themselves as a freaking premium brand, bro, and they're not there yet, man. They're trying to be, but they're just not there. They're like bringing out like electric cars and all this other stuff, and I'm like, dude, yeah, PlayStation 5 is just not. It's not what they want it to be, man. But I'll tell you what, man, the PlayStation developers have figured out they figured out checkerboard. They figured out checkerboard rendering and what's that other one called? Temporal injection. So now they've baked that right into their API. So now third-party developers on the PlayStation platform can use it as well. And it's kind of just built right into the APIs, like it's almost automatic. because it doesn't matter what game it is. If you look in the background, like if you get close enough to it, you can see like the pixels they look kind of fuzzy. Like all the pixels in the background look kind of fuzzy. They don't do that on Xbox. My SSD, that's the only thing they ever say. I know. My SSD is so fast. I don't know, man. I don't think the PlayStation 5 is a completely horrible console, but I mean, think about it for a minute. Think about it for a minute. Like, nobody whined about Xbox One S and Xbox One X existing together. Don't get why so many people want to whine about the exactly, man. The Xbox Series S, guys. I obviously put my money where my mouth is. I bought one so that I could test games for you guys, so that I could give you accurate information, man. Like that's the whole reason I bought it. Me, I have a 4K TV. I'm happy playing on my Xbox Series X, but I bought this Series S to test games for you. And what I found during that testing is this thing holds up pretty damn well. I did go out and buy a 1440p monitor for it so that I could get closer to a native, within the specs that the Xbox Series S is designed for. I bought 1440p because that's the highest it's supposed to go. And then down to, 1080p or whatever, or 720p, whatever it goes down to. But I'm telling you, honestly, if a game is running at 1440p, it looks really sharp, really super clean. If it drops to 1080p, still looks pretty sharp. Definitely looks a lot sharper than something running on the PS or on the Series X at 4K and then dropping to like 1800p. It still looks sharper at 1080p. And then from 1080p to 720p, it definitely looks so going from 1440p to 720p is almost like going from 4K to 1440p. If that makes any sense. Like that's what it looks like. So I mean, like if you're dropping all the way down to 720p on a 1440p monitor, it still looks pretty clean. It just looks really soft. And like, dude, that's not a bad deal. I mean, if you're getting 60 frames a second at freaking 720p, like the extra frames make the picture look better anyways. It just does. When you lose frames, if you're at 30 frames a second at 720p, that looks atrocious. Because if you're at 60 frames a second, that means you're getting 60 times more pixels in your screen than 30. You know what I mean? Like it's double the amount of pixels per second that you're seeing. So that's pretty good. I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying it needs it. You needs it. But I'm legitimately excited for Spoken, which looked like garbage. I will say this about that game, as I did Halo when it first revealed. The game needs a delay. Every time I see Forspoken, guys. What is this? The impressive fact about the PS5 SSD is not the 5.5. It's the fact that it is 4 to 6 channel compared to 2 channels on the standard SSD, even though it's at 7 gigabytes. You're right. So Jeremy, but with the PlayStation 5, do you really think it's using all those channels for the game? Because I know that when I'm playing a game, I could be downloading something in the background, still downloads at max speed. If I'm saving a game, like gameplay while I'm playing, those other channels are being used for that. They're not even being used for the games, guys. That's what they're there for. They designed the PlayStation 5 to be a stream box, bro. That's what it is. It's a stream. It's built for streamers and YouTubers. So yeah, man, if you got a PlayStation 5, you've got basically the whole kit, dude. You got a 4K freaking 60 frames per second capture card right there in that PlayStation 5. You can capture and put together with a you can capture and put together a whole YouTube video right there from your PlayStation 5, man. Like you can do that, edit it and everything right there from your PlayStation 5. It 4K, it's 60 frames per second, and then upload that. So yeah, that's what the whole SSD thing is about. It has nothing to do with the games or anything else, man. Because the PS5 isn't even ready. Yeah, Forspoken already gives me the woke stench. It looks horrendous, and the dialogue is cringe. Yeah, for real, man. This last video that I saw of it, like they posted something on Twitter, and it's like she like running up the stairs, and like out in the background, like the sky looks like it would look like the skybox looked like PlayStation 2. The architecture looked like PlayStation 2. And I'm like, wow, dude, wow, really? Really? Come on, man. I don't want a PlayStation 2 game, dude. Really, I don't. 6 channels don't matter. And unified memory, you're not really getting anything out of that, just eliminating a bottleneck at most. Capture features. What the hell, Onyx? I would like to read your comments, bro. Capture features are awesome. But the SSD. I know, dude. The SSD is so great, man. If you're a streamer, like if you're a streamer, you're making YouTube videos, hell yeah, dude, that SSD is freaking amazing. It is. Sadly, I don't play the PlayStation that much to make videos. You guys have seen them. I've made videos on the PlayStation 5 and put them out. They all come out at 4K. You getting God of War for PC? I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't have it budgeted in like the games that I was gonna buy, so maybe I'll pick it up, but I don't think my laptop's gonna run it that great. Onyx. I changed. I changed from the norm. Yeah. I don't know, man. The PlayStation 5 looks fine. It's not a bad console. It's definitely going to deliver a pretty close to 4K experience for most gamers that are going to be. These guys bought PlayStation 4 Pros and we're still happy with that. So I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 5 is going to blow them away on every level. Like I have no doubt about that. Dude, me personally, I'm a little bit more literal kind of person. Like if you're going to tell me that this shit can do 4K 60 frames a second, I want to see 4K 60 frames a second. When you come out and you're like, oh yeah, man, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart's going to be great, but it's going to be 4K 30 frames. Right there, they lost me, dude. Demon Souls are like, yeah, man, it's got an amazing cinematic mode at 4K 30. I was like, what? Why are you selling me this PlayStation 5 for $500? Shouldn't you just make it $400 and like call it a day? Like what are we doing, man? Like I thought, like the box says 4K 60. Why are all these games 4K checkerboard 30? Like, come on, Sony, quit freaking lying to us, man. Just sell us some tech. Give us the tech. Yes, you're gonna have to take a loss on it, but quit kneecapping your developers. Quit making them have to work so freaking hard to squeeze every freaking ounce of power out of these things. Because when you look back at all the PlayStation 4 Pro games and you look back and you like really look at them, yeah, man, they're ambitious, but they don't hold up as well as everybody says they do. I mean, like, dude, I could have been facetious and ran around and showing 8K 60. I could have ran around and showed everybody, all the little flat bushes on The Last of Us 2 that are up on the wall and like all the nips and tucks that they made for it. But is that fair? No, man, because people aren't going to be running over there looking at every nook and cranny in the wall and seeing all the stuff that I'm seeing. So I just did honest gameplay, bro. Just honest gameplay. Because that's what this channel does, man. We're honest. We're not going to sit here and try to blow smoke up your butt telling you that, oh yeah, dude, the Xbox is like the best system ever, man. Like it is pretty powerful. It is pretty decent. I would say your target range is probably going to be about 1800p to 4K ish. Because chances are you're not going to get a whole lot of checkerboard rendering because that's Sony tech, man. I mean, you might see it in third-party games if Sony lets them use it, but checkerboard rendering is Sony tech. What you're going to get from Microsoft is DirectML machine learning, bro. You're going to get machine learning like DLSS, which when you stack DLSS up to freaking against checkerboard rendering, checkerboard rendering is garbage compared to that, dude. Like DLSS makes it look native, and it looks good. Game Pass is too good. There's my buddy Walter enjoying his Xbox. How's it going with you, Walter? Yeah, dude. One of my other fans that bought an Xbox, man. Well, I don't know if he's my fan anymore because basically like on Twitter, I was like, no, dude, no, we're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. He's sitting there like, name one game, and I'm like, dude, this guy really thought that freaking his Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, bro. What was that? Halo Infinite multiplayer. Honestly, I like Halo Infinite. I think it's good. I was playing around with it a little bit today too, but I can't believe this dude honestly thought that his Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was running at 120 frames a second, dude. No, there's a big jump with a good 4K TV in the sauce. I can't play 1080p anymore. I can't either, dude. 1080p is just too much. I mean, if I'm playing it on this 4K monitor, it doesn't look as bad, but yeah, dude, I can't do this. I'm not a 1080p guy, guys. Yeah, it's on the box. I laughed as I saw it. I wondered it, dude, who thought it did 8K? Also bought Magic Beans. He probably did buy Magic Beans, bro. Andrew, serious talk. You're making me want to buy a Mountain Dew. Go buy one, man. Right here. Mountain Dew. I know, dude. They're so bad for me. What resolution you think Horizon Forbidden West will be? To be completely honest, the 60 frames a second mode I think is going to be 1080p or 1080p checkerboard. I don't think it's going to be. Well, they might be able to do like 1440p checkerboard, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how big the open world is, man. It'll probably be like 1296p up to 1440p checkerboard rendered with and then upscaled and then upscaled to 4K, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I'm playing it on my monitor. I've already made that. I've already made that decision. I'm not even going to try to hook it up to the 4K TV. I'm just going to play it on the monitor, and then after I'm done with it, then I will see it what it looks like on the 4K TV and see if I'm okay with that. I do not want that experience to be ruined for me because I really do like the first game and I want to see how Aloy's journey continues. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I will be streaming Dying Light 2 gameplay when that comes out. So I don't know, man. Like, do you guys think that's like a really spoil heavy type game, or do you think maybe that one's because it's supposed to be different? It's supposed to have they're saying 500 hours of gameplay, guys. Ratchet and Clank was solid, but nothing special. Let's be real. Nobody's going to be remembering that game as great. Yeah, dude, I don't think they're going to. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I was sitting with that. I didn't play it in the ray tracing mode. I couldn't. The 30 frames per second was terrible. So I played it in the 60 FPS mode. Like, that's the experience I got. I'm pretty sure that's the experience that everybody's going to get because playing that game at 30 frames a second is just not. Well, I mean, if you have 4K TV, you can get 40 frames a second. It does make it a lot more playable. Horizon will look gorgeous for sure, but no doubt it'll be boring after halfway through. And Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is going to be Xbox exclusive, my friend. Sony PlayStation told me 1080p makes you a better gamer during the PS4. Did they really? 1080p is going to make you the best 30 frames per second gamer ever. I'm like, no, I'd rather have 720p 60, bro. Like, seriously, man, playing the first game I played, the beginning of this generation, was Assassin's Creed at 60 frames a second. I was hooked right there. I was like, nope, I don't really care. I can live without the resolution, man. I just want my 60 FPS. Nice. There's go. Nice. Dude, I haven't played Bloodborne in so long since it came out. Walter, I played RCU and I still remember it. And I played Ratchet and Clank 2 and I still remember it. Really? I think Horizon actually has a lot of potential. I do too. I think Horizon's going to be a dang good game. I think Horizon is definitely going to be probably my favorite PlayStation game of next year, man. For real. Like, I love the first game, so I could definitely already. The only thing that would give me a bad experience in that game is if it's like visual wise doesn't hold up. It's probably the only thing that would give me a bad thing, and that's why I'm playing it on my monitor, because I do not want to even take the chance of that game not being exactly what I want it to be. Oh, no. Pony said the Elder Scrolls is still coming to PlayStation after a year. Yeah, dude, it's not coming. Sorry, my friend. 360p, 16 FPS. I know. That sounds like the PlayStation 3, bro. Reminds me of Monster Hunter with robots. And I thought Horizon Zero Dawn was their most creative freaking game last generation, man. Like, it was good. I really liked it. I thought it was great, but gosh, man, my TV has an A7 Gen 3 processor, 4K for AI picture, AI sound, 4K upscaling image quality. Yeah, I mean, on some games that AI upscaling works pretty good on native resolution. I've found out, but if your stuff's not, if it's like sub 1080p or checkerboard rendered, it just doesn't work that great. Matthew, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you for a while. It's been a minute since I caught you live. No, dude, you're good, man. I appreciate you coming back. Hope your family and mom's not doing good at all. She's in the hospital with COVID. Oh, dang, dude. Really on a breathing machine? Gosh, dang it, man. Yeah, I've got to go get my booster shot here next week. So I don't know. I had COVID and it screwed me up for a couple of days, but then I was back on my feet and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. The biggest thing was losing my taste and my smell, man. That really sucked. I've been playing so many 360 games on the Series X. Yeah, dude, the 360 games, if they're not like upgraded resolution, then they do have a little bit of a hard time upscaling. Combat got tedious, fighting the Dino Robosaur. I don't know, man. I kinda liked it, but I do a lot more exploring in those open world games, Spencer. So I mean, like I only fight when I have to in those. Like if I have to get in a fight, I'll fight. But for the most part, dude, I just enjoy exploring those open worlds, man. And the story content in that game was like really, really pretty cool. And I would go around and I'd find stuff and read stuff. And I spent a lot of time in the first game. I really did. Like it took me what 45 hours to get through that 20-hour freaking campaign. So I spent some time in there. And then yeah, dude, it did the biggest reason Horizon Zero Dawn got boring for me is because of the size of the world. I ran out of places to explore, so it was like, all right, let's just hurry up and get rid of let's just finish the game. if I on big open world games, if I run out of space, then it just pushes me to finish the game and then I move on. But like with games like with like Ghost Recon Breakpoint or Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Valhalla, dude, I'm still exploring those worlds today, man. I'm still having fun in those. But Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, dude, I was over that in 50 hours, man. There's just not much more to explore. The new island they put out, I explored that. I was done with that DLC in like 6 hours. So yeah, man. Like the story content in that DLC was like 3 hours, maybe like 2.5, 3 hours or whatever. And I was done with that. The rest of it, like I was just under 6 hours, like five hours and 47 minutes or something, if I remember correctly. Fallout 3, Oblivion, Red Dead, and 1, and Witcher 2, all sweet. Yeah, see, the ones that get 4K, Walter, are freaking awesome. And, dude, you can go back and play a lot of other games, dude. Anything that was upgraded for Xbox One X, it definitely takes advantage of that beast Series X, man. Get out of here. You're saying Horizon Zero Dawn is better than Destruction All-Stars? No, yeah, definitely, definitely. What? You can't say that. Destruction All-Stars is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's one of our business games. Dude, we love it, man. They're sitting out. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're capping for Destruction All Stars, bro. I'm like, really, dude? Really? Okay, man. Like, I don't care. Like, I understand that, like, PlayStation miraculously got them games with their freaking launch PlayStation 5s. Yeah, whatever. That's commendable. I don't care, dude. But them to be coming at us like, well, what's Xbox done for you? Dude, they've literally upgraded my whole freaking library of games, man. Like upgraded them, gave me FPS boost, all kinds of stuff for games I was still playing in my backlog. They're better. They're much better. Like I just don't get it. It's like, yeah, dude, like I have plenty of time to buy and play new games, man. I still got games that I was still currently playing from the last generation. Like I started the generation with Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Dirt 5. So I was playing through both of those. Nice imitation. So I was playing both of those. And then, I started getting more stuff, then I was like, wow, dude, yeah, I got plenty of stuff. I did not have a problem finding anything to play on my Xbox Series X at all this year. Like it wasn't even bad. This year was pretty decent for games. Like I literally buy every third party or every third or AAA game. So, dude, I've had plenty to play, man. I've got a pretty big, my backlog is pretty big this year. Usually I get by the time the end of the year comes, like my backlog will either be, pretty big or it'll shrink depending on how dry it is in between the year. I'll be able to finish a lot of stuff that I buy. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, dude, this is the biggest my backlog's ever gotten in a year, to be completely honest with you. Uppercut grandma, 10 minutes. Why didn't you spend 20? 10 minutes. Why didn't you spend 20? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Uppercut Grandma. I played 10 minutes of Deep Rock today on PS5 to see it. It's impressive. It also has 120 FPS mode, which I definitely wasn't expecting. Oh wait, what's that? Nobody likes Destruction All Stars. Anyone who does is an anomaly. I like the destruction on it. It's kind of all right, dude. I can get in there uppercut and I can play that game for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe even a whole round sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. Andrew, I did get the Halo Series X. Nice, dude. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you got that. Dude, that Halo Xbox looks pretty cool. I'm perfectly happy with mine, dude. I'm happy with it. Dude, I've been more than happy with my Xbox Series X. I've been pretty happy with my PlayStation 5. Like, I mean, it's exciting to have it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's exciting to have, but gosh, dude, like there's no freaking PlayStation 5 banger out for me, anyways. In my opinion, none of these games are bangers. I mean, Demon Souls is one of those games that I knew from the get-go when I bought that game, it was gonna take me a very long time to complete because that's just how they are with me. I am with those. I have to be in a certain mood and then I'll play them. What really pissed me off is losing my save on Neo 2, because Neo 2 was the one I only play one Souls game at a time. And the one I'm working on right now is, I mean, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Like, I still haven't completed that. I'm almost done with it, but I still haven't completed that. And I was kind of working on, I mean, I bought Neo 2 and I was playing around with that one for a little while, and I just that one's in my backlog. So is Neo 1. I don't think I will ever beat Neo 2 or Neo 1. Like, I don't think I'll ever beat those games, but I like playing them. And the fact that it is upgraded to 4K on PlayStation 5 at 60, like it works. Like, it's a lot better, much better experience than it was when I first bought it. It's just being in the right mood to go back and play through that. I when I play those games, I have to get into them and then I have to stick with them. And if there's too much other distractions out there when they come out, then I don't do them. I try to avoid them. Elden Ring is coming out next month, and I'm like, oh boy, but see, here's the thing with Elden Ring. This is what I'm thinking, because it'll be a little bit closer to how Sekiro and like Dark Souls are. So I think I'm going to be able to play around with that and still be able to play and then be able to go back to Sekiro, and play that. So, because that's something I do want to do, is beat Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. 360 at 60 frames per second on my Xbox Series S is a nice upgrade. Oh yeah, dude, for real. Yeah, I needed it because my best friend, so known Ty Bruce, left Halo. He ended up passing away from COVID. Dang, man. I got it so when he got better, we could play Halo, but unfortunately, dude, that really sucks, man. Yeah, that COVID's getting pretty bad around everywhere. Like, this is the most freaking infections we've had since it started. So I don't know, man. I mean, I stopped subbing to MBG and don't bother with Saltiest either. Nice. I mean, most people sub to somebody because they like the person. It's not necessarily about the content, Mr. Huckabus. I if you like the person, man, you sub to their content and you just kind of, either let them, kind of influence you or whatever, I mean, like, what, for the most part, like, I don't know. There's a lot of people, like, even though I disagree with a lot of what Digital Foundry and stuff like that's doing right now. I'm not gonna like completely cut them off. I mean, like, I haven't, there hasn't been anything of theirs that I've really wanted to watch lately, just because I don't feel like it's helping me, because I'm sitting here trying to create a channel, and if I watch all their stuff and then parrot their stuff back, then I want to be able to create my own stuff. And if I'm trying to figure out how to do certain things on the channel right now, anyways, and if I lose my mom after losing my best friend, I'm going to, yeah, dude, yeah, I lost my mom 2 years ago, almost been 2 years now. It really sucks. It was that first year, 2020, bro. It really sucked. Did you see the next Sony event probably in February? Yeah, they're definitely going to be doing another one before Horizon launches. You can definitely bet your bottom dollar they will be announcing PlayStation VR 2. They'll be announcing the cost. They'll be announcing the pre-order for that, all the availability, and I think it's going to be before March, bro. Yeah, PlayStation I think you'll probably get PlayStation VR sometime in March. To be completely honest with you, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to launch that as close to Gran Turismo 7 as possible, just because that game will definitely take advantage. That game's definitely going to take advantage of PlayStation VR 2. So it just makes sense for them to launch that. Um, I think you'll actually get that PlayStation um, I think you'll actually get it this month. That PlayStation State of Play. I think they're going to launch that. If not in March, you'll get it by the end of the year for sure. We'll be bigger VR gaming or cloud gaming? Cloud gaming for sure. VR's been around for how many years now? And since Galaxy S6. That's how I am. If I like the person's personality, I'll follow them like I did Andrew. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, the longer you follow somebody, the more you, yeah, dude. I don't ever like not follow anybody that I follow. This is the way I look at it. If I took the time out of my day to subscribe to somebody's content because I liked it, chances are I'm going to like something else they do. I might not always agree with what they do, but chances are I'm going to like something else. So I don't ever really go out of my way to unfollow people. Redfall has Unreal Engine 5, according to Mads Gaming. I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that. That'd be pretty cool if they did, but I think it'd probably be built on. Well, maybe they might. They might do that. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what engine they used for their last game. That's always scary when a dev goes to use a different engine that they're not familiar with. Yeah, Souls games aren't that bad once you gain a base life for them. Yeah, as soon as you beat your first one, they're a lot more approachable for sure. Oh, why Sony acquiring Square Enix is good for gamers. I don't know. If they really want to buy Square Enix, dude, I don't care. Honestly, any developer becoming first party is going to, in fact, produce better games. The only issue with Game Pass is it discourages day one buys for me. Why drop 60, 70 bucks on a new game? I have so much to play already. Might as well wait for the sales. Exactly. It's a good question, Matthew or Walter. Does it discourage sales? Yeah, it does. Is there a chance the game might come to Game Pass? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. There's no way around that. But it also encourages other developers to put their games on Game Pass so that they get played. Because I mean, think about it, Walter. Every single one of those games are going to be 15 bucks within a year, anyways. It doesn't matter. What matters is Microsoft and those developers getting your 15 bucks every month. If they've got that income coming in, because like the average gamer, Walter, the average gamer only buys 2 to 4 games a year, man. 2 to 4 games a year, maybe not even that, dude. Some buy maybe 2 games, maybe 1 game. It just depends, man. Like not everybody's out there buying every single game like I am or like we are. Oh, that's how I am. I like a personality. That's because the version of COVID is airborne, light particle, so it infects the yeah. It's definitely getting. I mean, this new COVID is definitely getting around a lot quicker, man. What's that? You think? In the next 5 years, what would be the bigger? I think I already know. Where the hell am I? How did I get way down here? MB, what's up, man? Discourages me from buying some games day one, and encourages me to buy others. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if I got an Xbox and a PlayStation, I don't really have to buy the Xbox games anymore. I could just buy the PlayStation ones, you know? I mean, in a way, Xbox is helping the PlayStation, their PlayStation fans be able to buy the PlayStation games at $70. They're like, hey man, just give us our $15 and like we're not even getting, doesn't even matter, man. Go ahead and buy your PlayStation games. GTA San Andreas VR will be mad. Yeah, I don't know. Spencer's interesting. The only way I'd be okay with Sony getting Square is if they give Tomb Raider to Xbox. If Xbox buys Tomb Raider, I know. Not for me. Time it's been out. Sorry, I meant Elite 2 Black controller. Oh, okay. I don't buy games day one at all. I watch reviews on games come out to see if there's a lot of bugs. Two, it's better to wait for the games to be on sale. I bought Guardians of the Galaxy on Xbox sale starting it this week. Oh, you're gonna love that game. That game's pretty good, man. Have respect, talk. I have to respect that you talk into your mic properly without being right on top of it. Oh, you don't want me to get on my mic, bro? What the hell? I'm excited. I want my Steam Deck. Even that Steam Deck, man. My gosh. Buy games when they go on sale in about a year. It Takes Two is definitely worth checking out. Yeah, man. Me and my wife played that one actually. That's the one game I actually got her to play with me. Takes Two is pretty good, man. We like that game. Thanks for the advice, Master Chief. Best third-party publisher right now? Damn, dude, that's a good question. Me personally, I still like Ubisoft a lot more than a lot of them, but Ubisoft is kind of going a little bit downhill, bro. Like they kind of are. No, they're not going downhill too much. They just a lot of the games that get delayed, that kind of made me mad, man, because I was like expecting a lot of those games. But now I've got most of them, so I don't really care. Like I'm happy again. So I'm not too upset with Ubisoft. I'm a pretty big Ubisoft fan though. You know, I'm pretty big Ubisoft. You're eating a 1080p, mad respect. I know. Are in 1080p. Could you see the textures in the cookies, man? Mama makes some good cookies, bro. Like seriously, I'm gonna go in there and eat the whole bag of them, and Junior's gonna get mad again. Why'd you eat all the cookies? And I'll be like, you eat all the ice cream, bro. Hey, Jet, what's up, man? Ubisoft been downhill for years, though. Oh, yeah, that's true. I just like their big open worlds, bro. I don't really care. I really like to play. I really like those worlds they create, man. Like, I just don't care. I literally had a pony yesterday tell me Oblivion, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim run better on PlayStation. Okay. Why Microsoft buying Bethesda is bad for gamers. The double standard is, yeah. I don't think it was bad for gamers. I think it was good for gamers, man. Now they're forced, if they want to play those games, to either get a PC that's way better than everything, or an Xbox that's better than PlayStation. Oh, the Master Chief, I agree. Oh, Ubisoft have reinvent both Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Don't necessarily think they've reinvented Far Cry, but Assassin's Creed has definitely undergone. I like the new Assassin's Creed, though. I like the way they built those. But I do like the old ones, too. That's why I keep going back to Unity. Unity is my favorite, like one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games of last generation, man. Like Unity is so freaking cool. I'm going to play A Way Out after It Takes Two, same developer, mature rated game. Dude, yeah. I never did play that one, but I heard it's pretty good. Devolver Digital is doing pretty good right now too. So is Saber Interactive. I'd say Saber Interactive is one to really look out for and see what they've got coming out. Saber Interactive has got, if you're a racing fan, Dakar 2120 is coming out this year sometime. So I'd definitely be looking out for that. And then they got that Evil Dead game that's coming out as well. So I would be on the lookout for Saber Interactive this year for sure. Ubisoft are consistent. At least you know what you're getting. Yeah, exactly. You know exactly that you're going to get Yeah, I like to explore, man. I like to see stuff. I really do, man. I like to see stuff. That's why, like, Flight Simulator is the perfect freaking game for me, dude. Like, I love that shit. I can get one of my little fighter jets and I can fly all over the world. Like, I love it. It's just I don't have enough time to sit and do that though, but I want to eventually. Someday I'll take a day off of YouTube. Once I got like 10,000 followers and I can post a video out there and it gets like, 10,000 views in like 20 minutes, then I will. Then I'll be able to take time off. You know what I mean? Like I'll be able to take a day off or something. All of their games are pretty much the same. They are. That's exactly why I like them. I don't have to relearn how to play any other damn game. Like I just can buy the game, play it, and do what I want to do with it, and then be done with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm perfectly okay with that. Ubisoft is the only company that I'm perfectly okay with their games staying the same. And there's a reason for that because I buy those games to explore those worlds. That's what I buy them for. Do I buy them for the story content? Only Assassin's Creed. Far Cry, I don't care about the story. I just want to explore the world. Um, Watch Dogs, I don't care. I just want to explore the world. All the other games, yeah, dude, I literally just really want to explore the world on those. Unless it's Ghost Recon and Assassin's Creed are the only ones I really care about the story, and Splinter Cell. Those ones. The rest of the open world games, I just want to explore the world. I don't really care. To me, it's just like buying the DLC for the games I already got. You know what I mean? I get to buy another giant map, which is pretty cool. Are doing Warhammer Space Marines 2. Yes, you're right, Biggie. I forgot about that one. So I would say Saber Interactive is definitely worth looking at this year. That Evil Dead game looks freaking phenomenal. It looks amazing. I just haven't said anything about it really yet. Dakar 2021, that looks freaking amazing. And then you've got year 20 and year 21. And then you've got I think they had another racing game. Oh, it's like a space racing, like a Xeno racer type deal thing. And a Vanjo and a Varjo and a 3090 to play simulator, play Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah. Dying Light is probably the superior game to Dead Island, but Dead Island definitely nailed the fun factor. Oh wait, I wish I could play that game in VR. I can't play flight sims in 2D and have fun. You can if you play it on the PC, it's got VR. You can play it in VR on PC. Still here, bro? Just listening. No, you're good, man. Watchdog Legion, another great looking game. I would say better than Ratchet & Clank. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty dang good. I do, M-Train, I do think Ratchet & Clank looks better than Watch Dogs Legion. I mean, it's pretty freaking good looking, and the ray tracing is great, the 60 FPS mode, but dude, there's a lot more fidelity in Ratchet & Clank than there is on Watch Dogs Legion, at least on the PlayStation 5 version. Definitely looks really good on Xbox Series X. Runs 60 FPS on Xbox Series X. Seriously, are you serious? No, what is serious? What does Seriously say? Frog, did you see that Crossfire X isn't coming to Xbox Game Pass, but it's Xbox exclusive, not even on PC? No, yeah, I did see that, dude. Yeah, we heard that wasn't coming. The multiplayer will be free to play, but then the campaign you're gonna have to pay for that. Yeah, so I just kind of when it comes out, I might pick it up, I might not, dude. Ratchet versus Viva Pinata. Yeah, no lie, I'm kind of bored with Forza 5 already. I'm not playing Forza Horizon 5 every day. I mean, yeah, dude, nobody expects you to play that every day, bro. Like, dude, if you're done playing it for a while, put it away, man. I wouldn't recommend getting rid of it by any means, but yeah, dude, put it down and wait until the DLC comes out and then play it some more. I don't play it every day. I mean, I play it when I want to play it, dude. When I want to get on there and drive around a little bit and do some of the races, that's when I play it. But do I sit there all day for thousands of hours playing that game? No, dude. Like, I don't expect anybody else to be doing that either. I'm excited for new Fable, though. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's people out there writing those little things. Uppercut Grandma. Yeah, most people are saying they're already getting freaking bored of Forza Horizon 5. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Oh, What'd you expect them to do, man? It's a drive. I mean, it's an open world driving game. Once you get through a lot of the stuff, then I mean, yeah, there's ways to like keep playing it, but come on, man. Like, we don't have the attention span to do that stuff anymore, bro. I know, but it isn't coming to GPS, especially being with Xbox exclusive. Well, it might be coming later down the road. They want to make a little bit of money off it. Master Chief, no, it will be $30 for on the game. Is it? If it's only $30 for it, dude, I don't even care if it goes to Game Pass, dude. Just buy it. $30 is not a big deal. It's an astonishing game, but I feel driving games are better before I spend a lifetime actually driving. Yeah. Dumbest drawback for PC is optimized games. Yeah. Hi, doggy.
I think I figured it out. Just gotta focus it.
Oh, but you got it to focus out there. That's pretty cool.
But if you hold it, you can see her. Close one eye. Sorry, guys.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see it?
No, I'll try it in a minute.
Oh, you're so old and blind.
Do the old Fables hold up? They do. I think they do. They're 4K. You can play them at 4K and 60 frames a second or whatever. Yeah, I think 3 holds up really good, actually. Okay. So if you haven't played that, Walter, definitely pick up 3 and play it. It looks really good. Like, the art style holds up really good, man. Consoles couldn't even play at 4K 120. Yeah, dude, exactly, man. Somebody was arguing with me on that on name one game on Xbox. It's 4K to 30 FPS. I'm like, there isn't one, dude. I mean, like, not even. Oh, hey, babe. I need another Mountain Dew. Still don't buy digital. I buy digital. I like digital games. They're pretty freaking cool when you just buy them and they download already and you start playing them. Hello, Frogs family. Oh, that was Mama. Well, my wife. I call her Mama. It's an EA Play game, so it'll stay on EA Play. And as long as EA Play is in Game Pass, yeah, you'll have access to Mass Effect. And some Doritos. No, I don't do Doritos. Mama made pork chops tonight, dude. You got fat on pork chops. Do the do. Drew the do. No, do the Drew. No. I tell her, mount and fucking do me. Yeah, Spencer, sometimes just good to remember where we came from. I think all of us came from PlayStation, to be completely honest with you, because we were all gamers when the PlayStation came out, and then the Xbox came out a generation later. So that's when it all became. You are the best woman. You are the best.
I need a bag or something.
You are the best wife.
Yeah.
You are the best wife.
You kept me the longest.
Yes, she no complain. She's a complainer, a big one, actually. It's all right. It's muted. Nobody can hear you when you come in here. I always mute it. Boop. I'm just joking. You are the best wife.
I always sleep on the couch.
You always sleep on couch. Watch TV, fall asleep, couch. The old system. When you buy games, you own them. Now, if you buy games physically, you don't really own them. Yeah, dude, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, seriously, I do trust Xbox a lot more with game preservation than I do PlayStation. That's for sure. I mean, all my next generation PlayStation 6, probably all my PlayStation 4 games aren't going to be worth the shit, dude. They're all digital. You know, I'll have to keep a PlayStation. I'll have to keep the PlayStation 5 just to play them. Oh, yeah. See, you were smart, Biggie. You moved up. I love the Dreamcast. I thought it was great, but they got rid of it too quick. I haven't touched my PlayStation since I got an Xbox. I'm sure that will change when God of War comes out, though. Probably. I don't know. Honestly, Walter, I literally just keep my PlayStation for the exclusives because that's really the only thing. That's really the only reason to have it. Once PlayStation games start going day and day, I'll feel a lot better. Like I probably won't need the PlayStation, but I'm probably going to hang on to it because I don't think the PlayStation 6 is going to play PlayStation 4 games, guys. Yep, I started on Nintendo NES. That was my first console. The only one I didn't buy was that 3DO, man. That's the only console I did not have when I was growing up is the 3DO. I did not do anything with the Panasonic one. But I have played one. I think the RTX 3050 Ti has 6 gigs of VRAM. No, it has 4 gigs of VRAM. My 3050 Ti only has 4 gigs. Is it your Xbox down and no DRM issues? Yeah, the only time I ever run into because my daughter's is set to home, so if I'm not online, I can't play my Xbox, so that really sucks. Oh, gotta say, St. Progba. I only have a PS4 Pro for the exclusives. I'll get a PS5 at some point. I don't, dude. Yeah, man. Like you gotta have, like if you're a gamer, man, you gotta have the consoles so that you can play the freaking games. Like you just have to. I don't limit myself to one freaking ecosystem, man. If I want to play a damn game, I want to play a damn game, dude. I can't do that if I don't have the damn system, so I got to have the damn system. VG, I played Sewer Shark and Road Rash off 3DO. Yeah, I played the Road Rash on 3DO, I think. That's the one I played on that. And then there was something else like Bugsby or something. Was it Bugsby? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Spectrum 48K with School's Days. Okay, yeah. I buy a bunch of small BS games, so I grab them. Wait, what was that? I buy them. What's this damage control now? What are we damage controlling? Just haven't, yeah. Oh, the GameCube was legit, man. In my opinion, that's the best Nintendo console. Yeah, dude, GameCube was pretty freaking solid, for real. After the NES. Yep, you're completely right. I didn't really care for the 64. I bought one, I played it for a little while, and I just moved on from that. PlayStation 1 was my console for like throughout that gen, and then the Dreamcast, I got that. And then when the Dreamcast died, I got another PlayStation, and I was playing that up until PlayStation 2 came out, and then ended up picking up the Xbox, the original Xbox after the S controller came out, the smaller controller. Played some of those games. Wish Nintendo was still competing. I love my 64. I feel like Nintendo was king at that point. Once PS2 came out, Sony dominated. I feel like the Series X is a game changer for Xbox now. I do too. I think the Xbox is definitely more in line with the way they were in the 360 generation, and those old fans can feel that hype. And with moves like getting Bethesda and all these other like Western RPGs, that's definitely going to boost. There's a lot more people to play those games than play freaking the Sony first party games. You know what I mean? Like PS3 was garbage. I definitely agree with that. Hey, Servant of Christ, how's it going, man? When Spider-Man goes to PC, I honestly think there's no need for a PS5. Dude, as soon as those games are all going to freaking PC, man, it doesn't even matter. Once they start hitting PC, it'll be a different story. Distinctive. What's up, my friend? Greetings to you, Drew, and everyone in the chat room. Cole Kelvision, Pong, Vexer, Atari 2600. I was thinking about picking up one of those Colecos or whatever, the new ones that are coming out. Because that thing looks kind of cool. I think 360 was a pretty damn good generation. I liked that 360. I played what was that? Juice 2 on the Xbox 360. I played Castlevania Lords of the Shadow on the 360. I played through, all the Call of Duties, the Halo, or we played Halos with the kids and stuff, but like my boys, like my ex-wife's boys, they really liked the Xbox and I was a PlayStation guy, so I would play the Xbox with them. And then some games I would play on the Xbox with them, but I was pretty much on my PlayStation. Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Majora's Mask, 64 has some bangers. It did. I played a lot of those. While I had a 64. PS4 was the best PlayStation except for the fan noise. PS4 was good. Like, it did have some pretty decent games throughout that generation. Throughout the PS4 generation, but I think I'm more partial to like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. PlayStation 4 was good. And 64 was so official. Dude, N64, it just felt like there was, like, it didn't really ever feel like there was a lot of games to choose from, especially not for my habits, man. Not the kind of games I wanted to play, Oh, it was lit. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I had endless fun with the GoldenEye. Yeah, well, GoldenEye made me sick back then, dude. And like games like Turok and stuff like that, like I couldn't do them. They made me sick back then. Oh, PS4 was a great console generation. Disagree. I'd much rather have a PS3 during the PS3 generation. Free online was cherry on top, but I love the exclusives on PS3. PS3 did have some pretty decent exclusives. That's not a lie. But I mean, like 360. I mean, that's what I played. It was PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 3. Jump change. No, compared to Sony and their PS3 fiasco. Yeah. Started out with the Atari. After that, it was Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, GameCube. Yeah. Oh, free GoldenEye, WrestleMania, Mortal Kombat 64 was goated. Yeah. That WrestleMania was pretty good. Mortal Kombat 4 on 64. I played that one. I played what was it? Mortal Kombat 3 Trilogy. That one was pretty cool. The one with the brown cover on it, where you got like all the fighters and Johnny Cage was back and everything. I freaking love that on 64. I don't think we ever got that on PlayStation. I don't think we got that one on PlayStation, to be completely honest with you. Maybe we did. I don't know. No, I Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate for sure. Good or Trilogy. Yeah. No Dreamcast, Matthew. That was a banger. I love my Dreamcast, dude. I thought it was great. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to play a little bit more games before I got to go to work tomorrow. So you guys have a good night, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Didn't talk about the stuff I wanted to talk about tonight. That sucks. That really sucks. No, I'm just joking. Good night, man. We'll see you guys, dude. I added you on Xbox. Yeah, if you added me within the last few days, Mr. Dude, I definitely proved the like I was like, okay, man. But yeah, you guys have fun, man. I appreciate you guys coming. We had like a lot of people here tonight, so that was pretty cool. You guys have a good night. We will see you tomorrow, Monday night stream or whatever. So you guys have fun. Zelda on the 64. Yeah. Zelda was pretty good on 64. See you guys. Combo.